Hey, what's up everybody? I just wanted to pop in really quick and show you how the timestamp system works. So just really quick, I just wanted to show you the test map. You can see here we have a couple test timestamps going off, and as soon as they hit 0, they're adding gold to our wallet. So I'm just going to go through really quick and show you how I set this up. So if you've purchased the package and you're a little lost, you can kind of get caught up. So really quick, I'm going to pop out of the test folder here, and we'll go into the base timestamps data table here. I'm going to create a new timestamp. We'll call it test timestamps 1. And then I'm just going to copy and paste this in here really quick. And we'll set it up for a minute. No, we'll set it up for like 10 seconds here just to make it quick. And then we'll create some delegates. So this is the confusing part, I think, for anybody who's just kind of popping into this without any idea with what's going on. So there's a lot of different ways you can do this. The standard case I thought of, basically this is going to send a timer up to the object that you select. The standard use is to just send the timer back up to the timer manager itself, or the timestamp manager itself. But if you do want to send the function name to a certain actor that's in the world, or an actor that has a certain component in the world, you can use these settings here to sort of determine how you report the timestamp. So for instance, if you want to dispatch a function to the timestamp manager owner, you just select this drop down here and it's going to automatically find the owner of the timestamp manager. But for instance, if you wanted to say dispatch this to a different building or something like that, any sort of gameplay object that's loaded in the world, you can just go ahead and set your actor tag, your actor class, and your actor index. You set these variables here, and the system is going to go ahead and look up the actor based off of the settings that you put in here. So if you have an actor with a tag building and you want to get the first actor with the tag building, you just pretty much copy the setup I have here, except you want to report to an actor by tag. And then as soon as you finish your timestamp, it's going to dispatch a message up to the object that you've selected. So that's really the only thing you have to do, aside from, of course, creating the function and writing all the methods that the function, needs to fire off or whatever. So if you want to, add gold to somebody's wallet or something like that, you have to set that function up, set up the function name, and make sure that the timestamp manager reports it to the proper object. But aside from that, everything's pretty much good to go out of the box. So just to show you really quick how this is going to work, we'll go ahead and go into our timestamp manager, and we'll create a new test function. We'll just call this test timestamps 1, and we'll go ahead and have it add 30 gold. So you can see, just based off of the setting, we're reporting to the manager, so we created a separate function in the manager called test timestamps 1. Since these names match up, it's going to go ahead and call off the function on the timer. Another thing to be careful of, you need to make sure this value is greater than 0, or it's not going to call the function at all. So if you set it at default and you're wondering why it's not working, make sure that you have a time greater than 0. Even if it's 0.01 or whatever, as long as it's greater than 0, it'll fire off. So then we also want to go here, and we'll go ahead and create a separate, we'll just create a separate actor here. And we'll have this run test timestamps 1. And in our test controller, we'll spawn the test timestamps 1, or the add gold 1 actor. And this is just a base object to start the timestamp. So I'll show you here how this works. All this does is create a GUI ID just in case you need it, and then it starts the timestamp on play if that's how you have it set up. You can start the timestamp any way you want. You don't have to use this base actor. You just need to call this function and make sure all the values are set properly, and then it'll go ahead and kick off the timer. So after everything's compiled now, we'll go ahead and press play. And you can see we kicked off test timestamps 1, and it only is going to kick off for 10 seconds. and then as soon as it's done, we added 30 gold. And then just to show you too, in case you want to speed things up or slow them down, we can go ahead and call the function reduce time span or timestamps time span, or we can increase a timestamp time span, and that's going to go ahead and add a value of whatever you set it to. In this case, we're just going to add and remove 30 seconds really quick, and it'll change the timestamp. So if you have something like a speed up item in your game, that would be how you'd use it. So we'll go ahead and press the P key, and you can see we added 30 seconds. Press the K key, and we took 30 seconds away. And I mean, it's really as simple as that. If you guys need any help, the support documentation, support email is going to be posted in the marketplace links. So just feel free to shoot me an email or leave me a ticket, and I'll get it taken care of as soon as possible. I'm not going to go and write really extensive documentation for this because it is pretty simple. All you have to do is create your timestamp and start it. Make sure you have a function name set up to handle how the timestamp is complete, and that's pretty much it. Again, though, if you do have any questions or if you want me to add anything, change anything, go ahead and let me know, and I'm open to any and all feedback you guys have about this, so just let me know what's going on.